Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. Thanks for coming over to see what's happening in my craft room today. It is July of 2023 and all this month in every video I am giving you a free printable because it's my birthday month and I want to give you guys gifts because you're so awesome and wonderful and I feel like we're friends. But this is what I have for today. I painted this a little while ago using my Kuretake watercolors. And if you don't have this set of watercolors, you don't need this big of a set, but it's a really good investment. I bought it in 2018 and honestly, it's still in really good shape and I use it pretty aggressively. I use up a lot of white on one project. They look like they're all shrinked up and shriveled and not very good, but honestly, once you get water on these things, they turn into these beautiful, vibrant colors. And this thing works great as a palette, and they give you this little thing that you can use. So yeah, the Kuretake brand of watercolors. Really nice. I mean, good investment, good investment. But that's what I use to color this. And I did get this idea from Diane Antoine's studio, Antone. She is from Great Britain. Yeah, she is, let's see, my channel, art and creativity are always fun and calming. All my videos are easy enough for beginners and returners to do, which is very true. The materials needed are absolutely basic and you don't need much space to enjoy watercolor painting. I hope you find the videos entertaining, fun, and helpful as you go on your watercolor journey. And I have. They're really nice. And then the video that I have chosen is how to paint loose watercolor flowers on any paper, step-by-step painting tutorials for beginners. And she goes on to do this, and she shows watercolor papers that she uses and also the tools that she uses. And she did a side-by-side on this particular video. And it was really fun to watch. And I watched the whole thing. And while I was watching, I also decided to do my own while she was doing that. So if you want to check out that video for a fun way to do this kind of a thing, yeah, recommend it. And yeah, do that video just for fun. It's a really loose way. If you need a warm up, if you're stuck and you don't know what to do with a watercolor project, but you want to paint something, her videos are really great. Okay, what I did with this printable, let me show you what I printed it onto. Yeah, my watercolor paper is a Strathmore. It is a 90 pound, and it's kind of big. It's a 9x12, so a lot of times I cut them in half to do watercolor projects just because this is a lot. This is big for me and it's a little intimidating, this size. So that's what I did with these. And so the printable, this is what the PDF looks like from the, this is the original. So the colors are different, at least on my printer. And I just have a Canon, and it's not a fancy printer by any means. And it's starting to run out of ink. But these are a little more darker. They're a little more dark purple than the bright purple. This is one that I printed that just was this. I mean, I put this on the scanner and I printed it from this, and it's a little off. It's a little different from this one, but you can see the little bit of a difference in the printable. So your PDF is probably going to look a little more like this. So there's a little more purplish here than on this, but I still like these colors. I still think it turned out nicely. So, and then my idea for this is I'm gonna section these up into different things. I made 2 prints from this, and I decided I'm going to add to it. I'm gonna take one and cut it up upside down. I'm a little scared to do that. So I'll do that one first, but then the other one I'm going to add to it black marks and some pavement colored ink, paint, and stencils. So I just wanted to add to it. So let me get this, the edges cut off, and then I'm gonna turn it upside down and I'm gonna cut up some rectangles and see what happens. So, and I like it the way it is, but at the same time, oh man, I don't like it when my trimmer does that. It grabs sometimes. Let's see. But I was kind of like, well, I don't know quite what to do with this. I think it's really pretty. So here it goes, upside down. I'm not looking. I'm gonna cut it. Oh, fiddle. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then just gonna keep trimming and see what happens. You know, when I look at it for its face value, I have trouble because I want to, see there's a lot of orange in here and a lot of purple in there. But then I look at this and this is, I want this to be something. So maybe I'll go this way, halfway-ish. Okay. All right, I think these are very usable pieces for junk journaling. So if I have, oh, where's my quotes book? I could do something in here with those. Because I've got lots of blank papers. Wouldn't that be fun on there like that? I could totally do that. I like that. Okay, so I'm happy that I did that. I thought it wouldn't turn out great, but I'm having so much fun in this book. Bought this from Helen H. at Moss Cottage. She has some really lovely videos and tutorials, so check her channel out if you haven't. So yeah, okay, I can definitely use those in something. May or may not add some things on the back. Border them, border them. I've got my pens. Use a Sharpie. Use a thin Sharpie. Let's check it out. Make sure it works. Yep. And this could be a pocket or some sort of journal card maybe. But yeah, I would, or sew around it. That would be another fun thing you could do with this. This pen is starting to run out. I like that. And then you could put a little sentiment here. Blessings. Oh, how cute. I love it. Okay. I won't play with those anymore, but I like that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That makes me happy. I was a little afraid, To skin. Yes. What else would I want to try in this? So I'm gonna cut this in fourths and do a couple different things with this. I'm gonna leave the border on. I don't mind the border on this. I'm not even gonna measure. I'm just gonna slice it. And I'm not looking to see if it's even or not. It's definitely not even. Definitely not even. Okay, and then I'm gonna get just put a couple pieces of paper down here underneath of me so I can use these to do some interesting stuff. I'm gonna alter them. This is all I'm doing. I'm just gonna alter it a little bit. So I know the summer is busy for everybody in different ways. So I hope you're having a good summer so far and trying to stay cool. And if you're watching this in the winter, ignore that. Okay, so I brought out this pavement, and I do have a black paint too. I think I'll bring that out as well. Got this black. This is pretty thick though, so I got that. Use this as a palette because it was one of those, these things break, you know, every now and then. So I just use it as a palette. And I'm gonna need some more sponges. I moved all my painting stuff over here closer onto the desk. So, oh, I've got black metallic too, graphite, iridescent graphite. That might be fun to add. So yeah, I put all my paints over here because I was always having to go over there to my tower drawer thing, and I was just like, it wasn't convenient, and I want to paint more. So move over pens, put a little bit of everything on here because I don't know what I'm going to use. So that's what we do, right? We just add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that, and we see what we're going to use. I do like the pavement. It's not as black of a black. And we'll see what this iridescent graphite does. And then also, I'm just going to use the same sponge on all three of them. I'm going to cut off the blue part on here. But if I get blue on it, I honestly don't think it'll care. This is from the last session I was messing around with. Okay, here we go. I have letters. Let's do some letters on here. Let's start with the iridescent. And I have no clue what this is going to turn out to look like, so I am covering up painting that I have done. I'm already wondering about this iridescent. Might not be enough. I'm going to get paint on my fingers. I probably should have gloves on. Probably. What does that do? Hey, it's the new GNU. Got a new. How about some numbers? Go with, I think I'll do the graphite, or not the graphite, but the pavement numbers. And some other things that aren't numbers. Some of my stencils, this stencil especially is getting old. What does that do to it? Okay, I didn't quite get the 5 on there. That's something. Let's add some dots with the black. And I just brought out a few stencils just to add things here and there. Maybe another color. As I'm working through this, and I'm not quite sure just plain old black is going to be the best bet. Okay, I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to set that aside. Okay, so what about this one? I also want to try some loose script writing on here. Let me do some, let's see, what's some good words? Let me get out a list. Got this list of words. Let's just start writing some fun words like gratitude, compassion. Go a different direction too. Blessed, clarity. and do different kinds of writing. Eager, dream. A different size tip. 01. Very good. Hopeful. I'm going to do hopeful a couple times. And freedom. I like it. All right, what else can I do? Gracious. And inspiration. I like words all over it. That's fun. Let's put one down here though, maybe with a thicker pen. Passion. I like playing with my own fonts. So that ends up being kind of interesting, just like that. I am gonna add some dots though, or like this right here. I'm gonna get a color. I wanna get a color. I think I'm gonna choose, splatters would be good, but I don't wanna splatter. I get in trouble when I splatter. I have got a TV screen over there and my lamp and things get, in my computers, I get splatters all over the place. That gets me in trouble. I've got a little bit of this purple, but it doesn't really work. But here, you know what? I'm gonna try to do this without getting too messy. Just gonna use the, oop. What can I do here? Oh, that's a problem. There. Just get some splotches on it. And then let's get a different color too, because let's get this one. These were Dollar Trees, and the pumps don't work at all, but I kind of like the colors. Scrape it around. Yeah, we don't waste paint. We just don't. It's not what we do. That might be what this one needs too. A splash of color. So let's let that one dry. Okay. Now these two, I've got this butterfly stencil that I never use. Definitely gonna need a color for this one. Let's add, so it's also Dollar Tree. So move. Let's see, let's get this one right here. I need a contrast color. Should I try this, one of these blues? Peacock. Let's try the Laguna. Is that gonna work? That should be okay. Laguna, and use a sponge. It's not flat. We'll see if it works very good. What do you think? Here's hoping. It's pretty tight for, it's got really small cuts in it. Oh, well, that, I kind of like that. Let's see. Should I do another one up here? I think I will. Just don't want to smudge down low. More Laguna. And then what am I going to do with these? Is that what you're thinking? That's a really good question. That is a really good question. Are we going to put them in glue books? Am I going to put them in my quotes book? Imagine. Am I going to cut them up even further? That's a really good question. And we are not at that point yet. We are just in the creating stage. We are in the altering the current state of this printable. We are altering it. And I need to erase these words down low from copy. I kind of like it. So let's let that dry. And then this one, I am actually going to use my Karatakis. And I am making a mess. I'm just gonna grab one of my watercolor brush pens, get the fine tip. I love my watercolor brush pens. I use them so often for so many reasons. And let's see, let's get some water activated on here. And let's see, I'm going to add some of this red. Ooh, and this orange, see what color that comes up with. Ooh, that's pretty. Just using what's on it already. And actually this line could make, and this is just copy paper right now, so painting on copy paper as opposed to watercolor paper is going to give you such a different result. Let's see, more green. Let's add some green over here. Let's kind of accent what I have here already. And I'm going to add a stem to this right here with some darker green. And when it dries, I will get a pen out and we will work with more lines, just for definition's sake. Let's get some, I don't have any blue on here. Let's get some light blue for a background. Give it one more color, one more pretty color in here. Instead of that white, just break up that white. Yeah. And I'm going to add some more colors to this purple too, I think. I like messy coloring. And that one video with, and she's got a ton of videos. What is her name? Diane Antone. She talks about her, she's got chickens too. She's kind of lives on a farm where she's at. Anyway, her videos are really inspirational and I really appreciate her very casual way of painting. Very easy flow. She has more, you know, things that are complicated, but she mostly does things that are so easy and relaxing to watch and do. So, and I like the loose one, and she adds black lines and stuff to her painting, and So there's doodling involved, and I like doodling. I like that quite a bit. So I am just adding some more color to what is already there. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to get my black pen, and this is just another Tombow pen. It's a kind of a calligraphy tip pen. And she actually uses one of these in the video, I think. I'm going to add a little more color to those as well. Okay, so far, friends, I'm having a good time. I know this is taking a little bit longer, but feel free to speed it up. You know how to do that. All right, so now do I add some dots? I think I do. I'm going there. Need a little more tip. There we go. Need some blue right in here. Okay, all right. Oops, smudge a little. Okay, so that's what I've got for just altering one of the printables I have. And let's see, this one needs a little something something. I don't know what. Let's do a thing. What should we do? Now I don't like it quite at all. Let's add watercolor to this one. Some yellow. Let's brighten it up with some yellow. Let's give it the bright, bright yellow. Right over stuff, right over everything. Why not? And that metallic is actually resisting my paint here. Kind of fun, but you really can't tell it's much of a metallic. Oh, that's fun with the yellow. I like how that purple and orange pop with the yellow. Let's add some orange dots. A little bit of orange here and there. Okay, that gives it something else. Something else that's good. It's a good thing. Got this black up here still. I'm listening to some jazzy music. It's kind of fun. You know, I wonder what kind of music you listen to, and when you do listen to that music, does it influence what you are working on? Because if you're listening to happy music, are you going to use yellows and bright colors? Or if you're listening to sad music or mellow music, are you going to use blue tones? And just curious, you know? Or the tempo. The jazzy music has got a very cool tempo. I mean, and so I'm kind of let myself be free, and that's kind of what jazz does. So I'm just curious. What does music make you think differently about how you are creating in the moment? Adding a little more of that Laguna just to change up the background a little bit. I think I'm going to add some black dots on this one too, because the black dots just seem to work. Or let's see, crosses. Do some of this up here. Do this plus signs. So get my fingertips all black. Add some down here. Okay, how am I doing? How's it look? Are we going? Got some over here to do. I don't know. I think altering things that you already have is kind of fun. And it just breaks it up too. And I'm going to add some writing on here with a very fine tip. Where is my regular pen? These pens. I'm not even writing words now. I like the J's and L's and M's. Throw some of that in there. Big O's. F. T's. Do some sideways. Asemic writing, is that what they call it? Put a cross like there's a T there or something. Add something here. Okay, I think I've got some fun altered things to work with. I'm gonna splat this flat. So I've got some wet paint on it and the backs are kind of messed up already. But that's just something different you can do with these from the printable of today. I've got a mess, I got a mess, I do. Okay, so painted, altered, original, painted and altered, fun, I like these, and then just cut into strips. I think we're onto something here, folks. What do you guys think? I like it. I like it. I like it. Even with the white border on that. Simple and fun, freeing, you know, and if you have the need to watercolor and you want to do flowers freely and loosely, find Diane Antone, and she's got a lot of different options you can look at for inspiration on painting. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on over to see what I'm doing in my craft room, and I hope this gives you some inspiration. I hope you go ahead and pick up your free printable, and curious what you end up doing with it, right? Let me know down in the comments. I hope you're having a wonderful summer, and if it's winter, then disregard that. A wonderful winter to you whenever you're watching this, because it could be, who knows. So that's it for today. Thanks again for coming on over. Love you guys. Take care. And as always, God bless. Bye-bye.